Welcome back. It's me, Santosh, here with another weekly dose of positive escapism. And if you haven't already, please start to relax. Let it go. Whatever you might be carrying with you, set it to the side for a moment and let's give ourselves a couple of unhurried breaths. Unbothered, unhurried breaths, if we can manage it. And let the breath become smoother and deeper. And more of whatever you need and would like it to be in this moment. The art for our message from in between this week is of Lance in a leaf costume looking out a window at a large fire. As it sort of evolved, I realized that's kind of how I'm feeling. A little like the world is going crazy and I'm all dressed up and no idea what to do next. Nah, that's not true. I just wanted a softer way to say watching the world burn. But that's so passive. And I want to be a part of it. And all of that is tied up just like these silky curtains. The message part of the message from in between this week. Oh, wait, hold on. What is it for? Should have said this earlier, too. I'm going to work on that. This is a psychic sleep for portable peace. The title of our message this week. And it starts off, you got to take your peace with you sometimes. Having spots to relax and unwind are integral to well-being. It sucks that you can't always live there or stay there. So take your peace with you. Internal representation mimics external stimuli. Take a mini model of your peace place, or peace palace, if you prefer. Put it in a magic briefcase, a backpack, bag of holding, chest, casket, or other container of your very own as suits the situation. Your miniature model could take up the whole container, or you can resize it and add dividers for more feel-good designations to be added later. Not only can you go into the miniature for a peaceful reset, you can feel its serenity from the outside, from outside the container. Carry it in your memory and imagination. Interact with it. add to the potency of the peaceful effect by remembering peaceful moments, by adding things in your container that you associate most with the peace you want to feel, or by going to your physical peaceful place and your mental peace palace at the same time. The more you practice, the quicker you can dive into the state. Don't let anyone shake your peace. Tolerate it being taken even less. AKA, don't let them shake it. Never let them take it. The 3-card draw for the week is the Two of Cups, number 15, the Devil, and the Knight of Swords, inviting us to consider working together with someone else on your boundaries. B, temptations are silly. They don't even have to work that hard. And C, temper, temper. And I'm really feeling like our little magical briefcase could use a little more TLC. So, checking in that we are indeed relaxing, that relaxation is happening. The release of stress. But before we get there, let's give ourselves permission. Permission to visualize. Permission to imagine. Permission to feel. As you continue to relax, if you're watching the video, I'm very pleased to debut a little AI collaboration. This was made with Adobe Firefly AI. Hopefully, it becomes something that adds to the experience rather than detracts. Maybe with fewer faces next time. Okay, I'm going back to the art. We're going to stick with Lance. And this week, we're keeping it short and sweet. And do an honest check-in with yourself, not looking for any one thing or the other. Just observe the body. Observe your body. Which areas are still tense and may just altogether refuse relaxing? But we're not looking for good or bad. We're just scanning and noticing the current situation of our energetic distribution. Imagine that what would happen were you to spend all of your time and effort on really relaxing. That if you were to just breathe and sit here for an extended amount of time, would you be closer to peace or further away? And if you want, you can take that whole little journey, condense it down to a representation that fits into the compartments of your container. And so maybe that's some sort of chip. And yes, I had to fight away the visions of potato chips in my head as well. If anyone else did, I'm just hearing a representation of chip like a poker chip or an AA chip. And should you so desire, you could spend time just relaxing yourself completely just by the breath, and imagine all of those are going into this little token, this coin, this chip. And it represents getting there by the breath. And you can, if you wait long enough, the mind will tire itself out. And then you can really go places. But we've got the chip. Let's check back in case we had any half-formed miniature peace palaces. Where do you feel most peaceful? Like as in a place that you go. Start with the physical, and if you don't have a safe space, then work towards internal imagination space. Or what about a spot in your room that you go to when you need to recharge, to let go? A place that brings you peace or that resonates with the peaceful vibe in your mind. It could be a temple somewhere, could be a building, a church, a synagogue. Oh no, I can't think of my, my my word checker has checked out. But you get that you're looking for a place that's all your own. And if you have nowhere, it can be your sacred garden that you create and protect. But throughout your existence, this go round, what place would you associate most with the words of like serendipity? serenity, peace, calm, nourishing. Might be a special little creek hidden in the trees in the middle of a field that you went exploring and happened upon. It could be a vacation spot. It could be your very own altar set up space. Maybe the space where you do your yoga. Somewhere you went on vacation, somewhere you want to go. The options are limitless. Should you perceive them to be so. So our peace palace, which we can visit whenever we want to, we can redecorate, we might come back for it because we can. That's the spiffy part about our magic briefcase, our psychic container, whatever you've imagined as appropriate. Check in with your breath. Smooth and steady. If not, could you encourage it to be even deeper, even more relaxing, stress relieving? Keeping the mind awake as the body transitions states from waking towards sleep. And all of these beautiful little increments that it's not so much hijacking as noticing the natural tendencies and effective visualizations that get you feeling how you want to feel whenever you want to. So that's why you can take your container with you, your portable peace. We've done a chip, we've done a peace palace. Let's load it up with some other sensory inputs, and taste is hopping out at me. And in my case, regardless of what we come up with, I'm going to put a little prettily wrapped square of extra dark chocolate, 70%. Because I associate that with immediate calming down and coming into the moment with my taste buds and letting the world drop away and sometimes I wish it didn't, but as food carries me away on wonderful wings. The sheer joy that taste can bring. And another one, what about your tea time? There is a very specific blend of tea that I like, and as I think about, as I recall that flavor, I can feel that warmth and peace spread through me. I might even put in a package of hot chocolate just to make it up, because I also associate that with peaceful times, like of these centering, calming moments. Maybe you have a favorite food, a favorite meal, a favorite beverage. And personal anecdote. Be careful in linking feel good with taste. But we're not digressing. We are adding to the efficacy of our containers, which mine now has 3 different slots for different chocolates that I associate with relaxation. So which ones are yours? And you can make it a representation, or you can put the actual thing in. You can resize not only the container, but the dividers within the container, and the objects within the dividers can also be resized for your packing pleasure. And feel is coming through next, so perhaps a little square of fabric, your favorite, that's not cutting a hole into any of your favorite clothes, but but mimics the look and feel of your favorite texture. Surely there's an old shirt somewhere that you love due to its softness and the memories associated with it, or maybe yours is faux fur, and that can stuffed animals be primal? Perhaps that's for another quandary and a pondry. Yeah. What feeling do you associate with peace? Like, what tactile sensation takes you there? Towels right out of the dryer? Perhaps a silky fabric, or the square represents a favorite plushie or toy that you turn to for comfort in the past or even today. But whatever it is, it's a little something that you can reach your hand into the case and pull out and interact with in a way that brings you back to a peaceful and serene state. All right. Sounds. What sound can we represent? What sound can be put in some representation or another and convey sonic peace? Song that calms you down, that soothes you. Maybe it's a genre, style of music. Maybe it's the laughter of someone you love and care about. We've all got songs that get us amped up, but which one puts you into the type of peace that you would like to experience. I find a flowy peace. That comes from playlists I make and save. I used to have one to calm down the road rage. And I'm not ashamed to admit that was Aretha Franklin's RESPECT. But that's not the piece that I'm going for. That's a very functional piece. But wordless music really gets me into the zone. And so maybe you would like to put a representation of sound in there. Maybe it's a little Bluetooth speaker. Maybe it's a, depending on how old you are, whatever musical device that you would like to use. There were even toys that were song players. That one was just coming through like a Bob Ross painting session. And that's a sound that I associate with peace and some ultimate chill. And some lo-fi, but like I said, whatever playlist does that for you. Celtic fantasy. I know some people that do find metal music peaceful and relaxing. There's no judgment on the inside. It's what works best for you. So what are the sounds? Church bells. The sound of announcements coming on over a speaker. We're going for more than just getting into the zone, but getting into the peace zone. And while music is one of the most magical of tools, sounds come from other places. Maybe you have a bird call that lets you know the season has arrived. So it could be bird song. It could be chimes. It could be the sound of poetry being read to another person. Maybe it's the sounds of a meadow or camping at night. Or what I just realized is the ultimate one for me. I'm going to put a little mini box fan in there because that is my go-to relaxation sound. I like to have the box fan going. I have it mounted from the ceiling so I can change the angle and disbursement through the room. And that definitely is the sound that I associate with peace. That beautiful peace as you let the day go and all the effort go into that. Like, I don't have to do anything anymore, or at least for a moment. Technically don't have to do anything in your dreams, in your dreamscape. But that transition moment of waking into sleeping is important for the meditation connoisseur, right? Supposedly that moment, and I've only done it a couple of times where, and I mean like two, where you're like, oh, my body's asleep, but my mind's alert, awake, aware. Not in the overcrowded insomniac way either. And so, from one friend's container, I imagine there's Benadryl in there. For another, there's melatonin. Don't be afraid to add little trinkets, little symbolic trinkets into there. There can be more and varied ones than what we've discussed. It's yours. It's yours container to do with as you please. So we've heard it. We've felt it. We've done taste with chocolate. Well, I did taste with chocolate. Let's do smell. What smell do you associate with peace? Immediately I think of my grandmother's house. She always had it smelling lovely with all these sprays and candles. Maybe the scent of match to light the candle starts the cascade of peace that flows through the bodies. What smell do you associate with peace? I for sure associate the burning of herbs, especially different sages, different grasses that I use, that I've used ceremonially for years, and so that is a relaxation and a focus, and a scent I could put in there, or your favorite incense. Nog Chomp used to take me there, oh so quickly. Dragon's blood, or maybe something softer like lavender or cookies. Yes, cookies can be peaceful. The whole act of baking can be made sacred, any of its constituent parts. Maybe it is the smell of sleep that lingers on pajamas and sheets. Maybe it's the scent of rain that's on its way. Maybe it's petrichor. Fighting to not make a joke on the other side of that. Maybe it's Maybelline. I had to. Thank you for bearing with me. All right. Smell. Oh, here's a couple of good ones too. The smell of your pet can start relaxing the body. The smell of a bookstore or a library. Remember that you can resize the container, you can resize the dividers, you can resize the representational imagery contained therein. You can come back and add to this as you like and use it in the near future. Or whenever is best. All right. Part of me wants to throw a handful of potpourri into my container, but I don't want it to be messy, so I'm going to imagine a box of incense and a funky lighter and a stand holder for the incense to burn on and in. Or maybe a nondescript package that says my very own blend. It can be whatever herbs, plants, burnables you put in. It's a mixture of things. And back to sight. What do you like looking at to calm yourself down, to get yourself in the zone? I fought that commercial joke off. And just like that, it's okay to guide the puppy dog mind back to the task at hand, which tonight is filling up that briefcase, filling up that container of peace. So what peace imagery? Maybe it's the cliffs and the sea, seen from you standing right there at the edge. Maybe it's bioluminescent, or luminescence rather. It makes the edges of the waves glow as they crash along the shore. Maybe it's a well-kept garden. Maybe it's a special bench somewhere. Maybe it's a vacation destination that every time you remind yourself of it chases away the worries and the woes. Hope is a powerful thing. Whatever calming thing you would like to look at. Maybe it's a video or a movie that you like to watch. Maybe it's your own art that you like to go back through and look at for little hits of dopamine. What do you like to watch when you like to calm down? Is it bonfires, fish tank, fish in the ocean, documentaries, especially nature ones? Could be an image of someone you respect sitting in meditation. And then take a moment to throw out some positive vibes for global peace and well, it could use the help, could it not? So we can spare a positive thought for those around us. Helping out others is another path to peace for many. And nothing works 100% for everyone, so find what works best. Adapt, evolve, grow your practice, your sadhana, your spiritual, mental, physical ritual that you do, and find meaning in, derive meaning from. Maybe it's a photo of you winning a race and you think about the week that you slept immediately after. Maybe it is an image of a time that exhausted you so you could just find the peace in the moment. By coming back to the now, back to the breath. And as we notice the sensation of our nostrils, as the cool air comes in and the warm air goes out, if we're going on into the lands of slumber, touching back in with the body and diving back in, bless you. Blessings on your journey. That's what is. Sorry, bless you sounds a little aggro. Blessings on your journeys. And may your dreams be sweet and adventurous. Or exactly what you need. Feel good, feel well, be happy, sleepy friends. For those of us that need to come all the way back out of the state that we're in, now that we know where the breath is, follow the breath back into the body. Back into the body. All the way back into the physical body in the right here and right now. Allowing life to return to the limbs as you wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the face, and maybe rock the neck before rolling over onto your right to be nice to your heart. And then finding yourself back up in a seated position if you were indeed laying down. Lying down. Back in the here and the now. Hari Om Tat Sat, my friends. This has been Psychic Sleep for Portable Peace. I hope you've enjoyed it whenever and wherever you participate with it, and thank you for your time and participation. If you're moved to help out or down to help out, then a like, that helps, or a comment, that helps too, or a subscribe, or a share. Really, whatever you feel led to. And if that is monetarily, then bless you extra for having it and spending it on good things. I hope that this would be one of those good things. I hope it's helpful to you whenever you're listening to this. This is a bit of visualization, stacking the deck in our favor in a way. Engaging with peace conceptually in different forms. As always, helping to strengthen that communicative bond, the language that your conscious mind and subconscious share, beyond just the words that you speak. Yeah, so if you feel called to donate, head over to the website, and thank you for that. Regardless, I do hope it's helpful. Or, well, of course I hope it's helpful, but also I hope it was a moment of positive escapism. That just for a moment in there, the day, the week, the whatever, faded away as you focused on what you intended to focus on. That's a powerful thing, and I think that's enough out of me for tonight. So, see you, thank you, love you, bye, and feel good. Feel well.